soil, water, and air. Soil, water, and air, the very basis of our survival. Unfortunately, we lost this friend of ours, Kumar Prasum, very early in life. So today we are going to talk about seeds, farmers, and food sovereignty. At the outset, let me make an acknowledgement, and let me also make a confession. I wish to acknowledge that all that I have learned on these issues, on this subject, on agriculture, has been from small farmers of our region. The women toiling the slopes, I wish to acknowledge. And if what I say today holds any worth, it only means that they have been very good teachers. And perhaps I too have been a fairly good student. And I also wish to make a confession that I'm not a scientist. Science was not my subject in college. At best, I'm a sociologist. But I also think that sociology too is a science. That's something that we all can think about. Let me then begin with a small story on seeds. It's not fiction. It happened in our region, somewhere in the mid-19th century, and there was an extreme drought. The drought that we had not seen earlier, nor have seen since. A couple of months later, an officer was sent to the region to investigate the impact of the drought. And this is what he largely reported. As he approached and as he was crossing the forests, he began to see some dead bodies, some corpses. As he neared the village, he saw more and more of them in villages, and in village after village, he saw people dead. He entered their houses, the abandoned houses, and he went into the kitchen. The kitchen was empty. All the grain boxes were empty. There were two observations. These are the two observations he made. That the grain boxes were empty, not a single grain left, and even no food left. And the other observation he made was that the dead bodies that he saw en route and in the villages had a receptacle tied to their waist. This receptacle we call tomuri is made from dried bottle gourd or some similar gourd. If you look at the exhibition outside, we have one gourd, the green gourd over there, the bottle gourd over there, and there's also a pumpkin, which after drying, well, I hope to make it into a receptacle, a tomuri, to keep seeds or any other thing. And this is what people generally did. And these dead bodies had these receptacles tied to their waist. And what do you think was inside these receptacles? Some gold? some ornaments, some cash? No, something more precious. These held seeds. Now just imagine that whole scenario of dead bodies scattered left and right, and of kitchens abandoned, the grain boxes entirely empty. They hadn't left a single grain. But these tomaris were full of seeds. Why didn't they eat them? After all, seeds are also edible. And they were dying. But no, in their dying hearts of heart, they had a hope that they will escape. And wherever they settle down again, it's not gold which will help them, it's not cash which will help them, but it is seed which will promise them a new life.